Josh, shall I hand over to you?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Becky. So I am the program exec for the NHS Finance team, and I'll let Aoife introduce herself when she starts as well. So as Becky mentioned, the premise of this session will be us just going over the 3 networks today. So Aoife will be going over the National Disabilities Network. She manages this one. And I'll be going over the National Rainbow and the Cultural Diversity Matters Network. Just to give an overview, this has all come from, and we work alongside the ONF Ambassadors, and we work from and in support with the EDI action plan. But these groups were formed to kind of give a bit more of a closer view into these type of areas. So if I hand over to Aoife, and we'll get started with the overview of the Disabilities Network.
Thanks, Tash. Hi everyone, my name's Aoife. I'm the Programme Coordinator for NHS Finance, and I'm just going to be sharing a little bit about the National Disabilities Network. So just a little bit about the network. The National Disabilities Group is aimed at individuals who want to make a difference in their organisations for carers and people with disabilities. I've just listed below the network's objectives, but our main focuses are to raise awareness, influence change and support others. Next slide, please, Tash. So who's involved? Our chair is John McLuckie and is supported by myself and another colleague, Megan. This is one of our newer networks that have been running for just over a year, but we have 83 members in total, 6 of those being from the Midlands. I've just listed below which organisations from the Midlands are currently involved. Next slide, please, Tash. Here is just a regional breakdown of how many network members we have involved in each region. Next slide, please, Tash. So how do you sign up? You can register to the network by applying via our NHS Finance webpage. This form is very short and easy to fill out. You can see a picture of it there on the right-hand side. Next slide, please, Tash. So what happens after you sign up? You're automatically accepted onto the network, as this network is aimed at everyone.
When he's got meeting all the time. Like one of these, we call it lunching there.
As this network is currently a national group, we meet 4 times a year. So people from all regions get invited to these. And I just listed below the dates you'll be meeting in 2025. In these meetings, you have the opportunity to voice concerns and get best practice and advice from others. Next slide, please, Tash. I just put here some useful links and resources which take you to some case studies and guides. I've also included our awareness dates calendar. In 2025, we aim to follow this calendar throughout the year and pick out certain awareness dates to do showcase sessions on. And I think that's my last slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Aoife. How I'm going to explain it now will probably run pretty similar. So just to give you an overview, the first network that I look after is the National Rainbow Network. The network has been established and running now for coming up to 2 years in May. And since then, the members have grown quite rapidly, and we've had boost of engagement, and type of resources and events that we put on have grown massively since we've started. So the network exists to raise awareness and support colleagues, just like our Disabilities Network, specifically those within the LGBTQ community or those who are allies that want to make a difference within their teams or organisations. We have some objectives that the members establish themselves, and it's just how they feel they want to best navigate the network. And this includes improving visibility, and this is to support people maybe coming out or creating a larger awareness of doing something like this within their own organisations. We also had a lot of conversations around putting things on main conference agendas, so spreading the awareness of this type of community on agendas and making it more of a less taboo topic and more something that we can talk about. They also work alongside the other networks too. So we haven't done too much so far, but I think going forward, we'll probably work alongside the disabilities and the cultural diversity networks to create resources and share best practice that way. So much like Aoife said on how to join and how the network runs, all information on the network can be found on the website page under networks. And if you feel you want to be part of the community, you can email us or the One Finance email address, and we can give you more information on the network itself, or we'll be giving you a link to how you can sign up to the network. So it's super easy, as Aoife said. All you have to do is put an application in, and it'll ask you, why do you want to join the network? And here you can kind of express things like you want to educate your organisation more or help out your team, or you want to become a type of rainbow champion for your organisation to further help with raising awareness, or you identify with those within the community and kind of want to collaborate with like-minded colleagues around the community. If I just move on. So who's involved within the Rainbow Network? So we have Maria, who's our chair. She's been our chair since the very start. She's really engaged with the network, and she's also really engaged with the EDI program and wanting to push it forward. So after you've signed up, from here we'll add you to our database as a member, and we'll add you to our national Rainbow Network MS Teams channel. And this is essentially just a channel where the members can use it as and when they want to. They share maybe job opportunities or upcoming events that are coming on regionally or nationally. Or we have recently using the channel to kind of put up a calendar of what events are going on, and so people can put in links or they can put in locations of where these events are so that people can join. Like the Disabilities Network, we run on a actually I think the Disabilities Network works on a quarterly basis, but we run on a bi-monthly basis, so all members will get invited to these meetings, and within the meetings they're all agendaed around certain topics that are for discussion. So for example, recently we've had discussions about running events, showcase sessions, and the members to the meetings have helped find speakers, suggest up-to-date and relevant topics for the events, and as well we have discussions around what we can do for upcoming celebration days. So something that's coming up recently next year in February is the LGBTQIA+ History Month. So last year we did something around showcase sessions and sharing resources, and we did type of a Twitter takeover. So a member took over our Twitter to kind of just showcase what they're doing in their organisation. So we're currently planning on what we can do for the 2025 History Month. We do find not all members of the network join these meetings, but even if you sign up as a member, you still have access to all of our resources on our pages, and you'll be pretty much the first people to know when we do start running events and showcase sessions when they're scheduled. So you'll still be part of our database and you will be a member. So I've just put here the members that are from the Midlands region below. If I move on. I've just linked in some resources and kind of the events that we've put on through the network so far. So on our website page, we've recently put up a myth-busting document that was created by the members to help spread awareness around common misconceptions about the community. I've just flashed up a slide, a piece of one of the pages from the document. Is kind of just a myth and then what the actual reality of it is. And this is something that we established early, that we found that finance colleagues or those within teams are understanding all these myths that aren't actually real. So we're going to use this network to kind of be the raise awareness, to give them the actual reality of what it is like to be in that type of community, and just to educate. So also as well, we've done some rainbow showcase sessions, and these are all now live on our YouTube channel and can be accessed through our website. But if anyone wanted to know anything more about this, then just let me know and I can send you over some links. We've also recently had some blogs be put on from members, so those that are within our community kind of maybe doing a day in the life, or what's it like as a finance director as a transgender woman. We have an event coming up on the 23rd of January, and this is called Inclusive Knowledge, LGBTQIA Insights for a Better NHS. So we're going to be joined by a lady called Melanie Holloway, and she is a Diversity and Inclusion Manager for NHS England. The event will essentially highlight the impactful work and events that happen within Melanie's team, and how it's led to support and celebrate the LGBTQ community across the NHS. I think it would be a really good session, and it's basically her just sharing her best practice of what her and her team doing. And I've included all the links in this slide, so when I send over the slides to Becky, you'll be able to click on these and book yourself on if you wanted to. If I just move on. Like Aoife, I've just given kind of an overview of all the members that we have and where we are splitting regionally and where the Midlands sit within that as well. That's the last slide I had on the Rainbow Network, and I'm just going to move on quickly now to the Cultural Diversity Network. We're going to allow some time at the very end just to go over any questions, so if you do have any, we can address the Rainbow Network one at the end. But for the time being, I'm going to move on to the Cultural Diversity Network. So this is our newest network that we've got to our EDI networks. And it is essentially aims to encourage an inclusive and respectful environment by celebrating and promoting cultural diversity. The network provides a platform for individuals from various backgrounds to share their stories, traditions, and experiences in and outside of their workplace. The full list of aims and objectives can be found on our website. And it will be under networks. So if you want to just go on our networks and scroll down, you'll see all of our networks on there, and you can find the lists of the full aims and objectives that are coming from the network. If I just move on. So the same as the Rainbow Network, all information on the network can be found on the website. And the way that you sign up is through an application form again, and it'll be asking you, why do you want to join the network? Who's involved? So we have Dev and Simon, who are our chairs. So they already established a type of CDM network prior coming to ONF, and we are essentially took on all their members and all of their learning of what they've already done so far and merged it with how we can push out all of these resources on a more national basis, because they were doing it regionally. So the same as the Rainbow Network, once you've joined and we've put you onto our database, you'll be invited to the meetings. So they now run on a bi-monthly basis, and all the members are joined to this. As it's one of our newest networks, we are still trying to gain a bit more momentum, but we currently have 5 members from our Midlands region. In a minute, I'll show you the full overview of the regions. It is quite an equal split because we are still trying to gain more members to this network, and I think it's going to be kind of moving on a bit more engagement soon, because it started off quite slow with our Rainbow and Disabilities Network, but the more people know about it, the more it will kind of gain more members nationally. Again, I'm just flashing some support and resources that we've got already from this network. So other than running regular showcase sessions, we've also run a reverse mentoring session, and that covers how the reverse mentoring scheme has benefited those from cultural diverse backgrounds. It was a really good session that we had, I think it was last week or the week before, and I don't think I've put it on this slide actually. No, I haven't, but I can, if you go on our YouTube channel, it's on there, and it's on a recording. It was a really good session. So if anyone wanted to watch that, then please do. Much like the Rainbow Network, we've also created a blog page on our website, and we've already accumulated quite a few blogs so far. These can be around things like traditions, celebration days, and our most recent one, in the corner by Hafiza, who's from the Midlands. She's showcasing her experiences of being a Muslim woman in the workplace, and it's a good read if anyone wants to have a view of this on our website. I am also currently working on a resource document for the network. This will eventually be complete, and I think I'll probably get it up on our website in January. And it is essentially will be sent out to all new members of the network, and it will hopefully better understand the network better, as well as detailing how best organisations can approach cultural diversity within their teams and their trusts. Kind of work a bit like our myth-busting document within the Rainbow Network. Again, just to show you, the breakdown of numbers that we've got nationally and regionally. We are still gaining momentum, so we haven't got any regions kind of outgrowing the rest. That is pretty much probably a very fast tour of all the 3 networks that we have. But I'm happy to share these slides with Becky so that you can get the links from me and Aoife. But does anyone have any questions?
Thank you very much, Tash.